Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this how to play video, I'm going to take a look at Budget Rogue. Budget and Rogue is a pretty difficult concept because Rogue is not very well suited for building budget decks, unfortunately. I've spent the last 2 days trying out all the variants that I could think of building a budget rogue. I built tempo rogues, I built with spirits, I built with pirates, I built with raiding party, I built with shadow blades, and this is clearly the best budget rogue that I was able to build. This costs 1400 dusts, it mostly consists of common cards, and then there are 6 rare cards in the deck. There are 2 copies of Devil's Roar Egg, 2 copies of Necrium Blade, and 2 copies of Blight Nozzle Crawler. Because no matter what kind of rogue package I was trying, it was always pretty bad at contesting aggressive decks. Stuff like Odd Paladin, they just roll over rogue, no matter what you do pretty much. And then if you try to build this sort of pirate tempo heavy build, you tend to run out of value. You just won't be able to finish the job. And that's where the Deathrattle package comes in, with the Necrium Blade triggering the Deathrattle of a random friendly minion. And then you have the chance to get that Devil's Roar Egg, Necrium Blade, actually get 2 5/5s potentially out of the Devil's Roar Egg. Or with Blight Nozzle Crawler, Necrium Blade, that 1/1 ooze with Poisonous and Rush, so you can have some hard removal mixed in. Because the typical rogue hard removal is Vilespine Slayer. And Vilespine Slayer is an epic card, so you don't really have access to that when you're playing on a budget. And Devil's Roar Egg also goes nice in Rogue because there's lots of ways that you can use to give it some attack, so that you can also use that to pop the egg if you don't have your blade. Because you obviously have Cold Bloods, you have Fungal Mancer, in this build there's also Dark Iron Dwarves. Then you can use to buff up the egg, use the egg to trade, maybe get the 5/5 out. And this particular build combines some of that speed of more tempo-oriented rogue decks, like you can do Squire Coldblood, Firefly Coldblood type of openers, and you have some burst to finish the job with Southsea deck and with Eviscerate. And yet you still have some longevity thanks to these Deathrattles. This is a pretty different take than what a full cost Deathrattle Rogue would be, because in a full cost Deathrattle Rogue you wouldn't run stuff like Hench Clan Tugs, even though Tug is generally a very good card. But on the other hand, the full cost Deathrattle Rogue is not a very good deck right now. So upgrade path is definitely an issue when you think about building this budget rogue deck, because the next step from this would absolutely be an Odd Rogue. And for Odd Rogue you need Bagu the Moon Eater, which is a legendary card. Right now there's really no sense in upgrading this into a full-blown Deathrattle Rogue. Or you might go for some kind of more tempo-oriented rogue with Shadow Blade raiding party, but when you try to build that kind of a deck, I just couldn't build a good budget version of that one. So that's a bit of problematic, and even this one is not really good. At best this deck is like mediocre. If you're looking for a budget deck that you can actually take to Legend, then I have videos on my YouTube channel of a Budget Hunter and a Budget Zoolok, and both of those are Legend capable, whereas this one, maybe if you hit the right matchups, but I would not bet on it. Still, if you want to play Rogue on the ladder, and you can't afford Baku, so that you can't play Odd Rogue, which is the cheapest, very effective Rogue archetype, then this is the best rogue budget deck that I was able to come up with. As for the mulligans with this deck, you're generally looking for Cavern Shiny Finder, Devil's Roar Egg, that would be like a dream opener. Also having stuff like Firefly Coldblood would be pretty good. In general, I don't like keeping Necrium Blade itself unless I already have a Deathrattle minion in hand, because unlike the full-blown Deathrattle Rogue, this one doesn't have a lot of Deathrattle minions in it. They are there just so that you can get some budget longevity, which is otherwise very difficult to come by in Rogue. But getting a 1-drop, maybe getting a Coldblood, getting a Shiny Finder, if you have Shiny Finder then maybe getting a Deathrattle, or even keeping something like a Hench Clan Tug. There are a couple of alternative paths really that this deck can take to winning the game. So it's not as coherent as full cost decks would be, but I don't think there is a way to build that kind of a deck on a budget for Rogue at the moment. Nonetheless, I had some good games with this deck. If you enjoy this content, then please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more. And now, let's go take a look at how this deck is able to do on ladder. Alright, we're up against the Hunter. Hunter kept 1 card. I have some Shiny Finders, but I have no Deathrattles. This might be a weakness because I only have 4 Deathrattles in the deck, so is this Shiny Finder thing going to be good enough? Can be hard to say. But we'll see. Next turn he can coin Flanking Strike. I think I'll try with the Cold Blood. Because this Cold Blood should practically force him to do something like coin Flanking Strike. Or maybe just an Explosive Trap. But he has to do something about that 7-1. Okay, you can do that about 7-1. I guess I'm fine with that. I have 10 here. I could push 13 to face. But I think what I want to do is I want to kill this Devilsaur. So I'm killing the Devilsaur here. But I'm pushing 10 to face. Which still sets up for lethal. He still has to do something about this. But I guess he didn't have a Flanking Strike. Well, that prevents lethal. That's nice. 10 plus 7. Now it doesn't prevent lethal anymore. What do you know? What do you know? Who needs those Deathrattles anywhere when Cavern Shiny Finder is such a good minion? Deathrattle part didn't really shine in that game. Well, I had the Blightnozzle Crawler in hand. And if he had played the Witchwood Grizzly next, then I would have played the Crawler and I would have removed my weapon and then I would have had the 1/1 Poisonous Rush to kill the Grizzly. So there was definitely a lot of things that I could have done if his hand was better. Usually Deathrattle Hunters meant to have at least 3 5/5s by turn 5. Whoa, what kind of Deathrattle Hunters are you facing? I don't know, but they sound scary. That'll be a Firefly into Flame Elemental Cold Blood, most likely. He needs to hit into this Firefly now. That is the correct way. Man, why do you know how to play this game? I'm not happy at all now. What kind of rogue is he? He's not odd rogue. Miracle, Deathrattle. I can't get great defenses up here. I think I want to tutor a card from my deck here. I think that's what I want. Necron is good for the small chance you actually draw the X. Yeah, that is true, that is true. Well, I kind of need to kill this Thug. Many ways to do that, of course. But I don't have any of the Deathrattles, so Necron Blade is not that great. I could Cold Blood this to kill the Thug. But I have no way to do that and develop a board for Fungalmancer for next turn. Because he was always going to dagger down the deckhand. Do I realize that I'm going to draw? Nah, I think I'd do this. Not very happy about this, but I think I'll try. I couldn't find a strong turn. There should have been one here, but I couldn't find it. Prep Sprint. Prep Raiding Party. Oh boy. So it's a Shadow Blade deck. Alright. Yeah, I'm extremely disappointed by his ability to actually play this game. That Shadow Blade though. And still nothing. And still nothing that I could use with the Deathrattle weapons. Let's try this approach for now. Oh, that green skin is pretty good. Empowering the Shadow Blade. I have to kill the green skin. I have to try to get a Fungalmancer turn for next turn. this is what I need to do here. Now, Argent Squire with the Divine Shield doesn't die to just a single hit. Oh, but that fan was good. Well, now it wasn't super good though. Oh, that Blight Nozzle Crawler. That's a good top deck. So this is the line. Punch face here. Get a 1/1 that can kill the Edwin. Hit face. Dagger up. Alright. Trying to get to some kind of a Fungal Mancer turn. If he doesn't kill this, then I have the option to simply do it again. Another Shadow Blade. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And a lot of face going. Oh dear, if he has something like Leroy, he might just get lethal. Oh dear. I don't have any taunts, or any way to get any taunts. This is tricky. I think I want to save as many minions as I can on the board. Use that one to hit there. Everything else goes face. Is there lethal? Leroy Coldblood is lethal. There are some other ways too. Deckhand top deck. He had the Leroy, and that was lethal. I think I did everything I could there. Maybe I'll try to keep the Crawler. Hunter kept 2 cards. We'll see how this goes. What kind of Hunter is it? This time my hand is pretty slow, so if it's Deathrattle, I'm actually not prepared. I don't have a lot of combo stuff in this deck anyway, so I think I'll just fill up the board with minions. Let's see where we can go. With this Deathrattle. And this is a problem for me.
Here we go.
I don't want to spend this backstab yet. Okay. He is Deathrattle, he has already had Kelazet. He kept 2, well, one of the kept cards was a Kelazet, but then he has also had a tracking afterwards, so... Flanking strike. I have the option to go with backstabbing that, but I think Dark Iron Dwarf is fine here. Use Dark Iron Dwarf to take that trade. I would really need to get the weapon to get this Poisonous from the Blight Nozzle Crawler online. Because if he finds like... If he has the Witchwood Grizzly for next turn, for example, that's so terrible for me. Actually, I think I need to play the Blight Nozzle Crawler out there this turn. Just in case that's what's going on here. And I need to try to push face damage as well. I don't expect him to have Mind Control tech. I think that's quite old-fashioned. Of course he could. But I'm more expecting there to be like Witchwood Grizzly here. So now I'm faced with the choice to start killing this stuff or go face. 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 plus 4, 13. I think we're going face. I think we're going face a lot here. It's a race. What should I do next to Golden? Paladin or Priest? Both are excellent decks right now. Okay. Oh no, not the Ziliax. Ziliax with the heal. 5, 7. I don't have enough damage. No, I do have enough damage. What am I talking about? 7, 8. I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry. It appears that I simply don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, I somehow miscalculated that. Are these strong enough against the rogue? We'll try. You could have even shined it into Necrim. Yeah, I realized that. But at that point I wanted to do the lethal as fast as possible so that I wouldn't waste my opponent's time anymore. Odd rogue. I'm Olympic in maths and I still miscalculate lethal. I used to be better at maths when I was younger. But he's going to coin another 1-drop, right? He's not going to coin another 1-drop. That is curious. I think the correct line here is to just play multiple minions out and just take away the Divine Shield. So that I will have several paths that I can use to challenge him. He might like coin SI, and then he gets rid of 2 minions, but he doesn't develop his weapon. And then I develop the Necrim Blade, and I use that to kill the SI, and then I have the Blight Nozzle Claw with the Necrim Blade the turn after. This sort of considerations here. Because coin SI is something that I might expect. But I don't get that. Oh noes. I don't get the coin SI. I get the coin Dark Reaper. This one has to be answered with Dark Reaper of my own. Now there's no coin. So there's no combos. There could be a Cold Blood still. There could be. But Dark Iron Dwarf would still take care of that. Oh yeah, good night. Oh, this is so interesting. Now I can't combo the Eviscerate though. That's harsh. This is like a real staring match. I think I need to do this. With the rest of my minions to check it out. Fresh Fod, I'm new to Hearthstone in your stream, what's going on? Any tips? Yeah, what kind of tips would we be talking about? Hearthstone is a pretty nice game. Just take your time to make decisions and try to review your games. I guess that would be probably the best tip I can give you. That stealth was pretty good. Because it ruined the things I wanted to do here. But I'll do this instead then. Okay, what are you going to do next? I mean, I have the Crawler into Eviscerate or Sap available next turn. He wants to go face with the Fledgling. Blinkfox giving him a rogue card. Oh dear. That Cold Blood might be game winning. Can he pick up Wind Fury? No, just +3 health. Okay. We're still cool. We're still cool. It's all fine. But I don't think I can afford to take 3 from the Blinkfox here. So it's the Blight Nozzle. And I'm hitting face with my blade. And this poisonous minion kills the Fledgling. This fellow kills that one. And I can play another Shiny Finder on the board. But he can race, he can race. Oh no. 14 health is not a lot. Picks up another random rogue card, 2 random rogue cards. These can be anything. I mean, if he gets like a fan, that would be huge. Down to 12. How much damage do I have? I have 6, 9, 13, 16, 17, 18. I'm 4 damage off. What if I simply sap this? I might need to sap next turn. I think I have to trade. He might have lethal, because he is playing very conservatively here. That might imply lethal. And I think I am forced to trade. And I need to push face with as much as I can here. Don't do eviscerate phase. Puts him down to 7. I might as well. Okay. Can he kill me from 12 now? I've seen both Gold Bloods. I've seen a deckhand. Deadly Poison Leroy is 10.
Well played.
Deadly Poison. And then he couldn't do it. I think we can try with this hand. I could have also tried to mulligan away the Tar Creeper, look for Devil Soreg, because Crawler generally isn't that great. But it is a Deathrattle minion that I can synergize with the blade that I get from the Shiny Finder. OTK Paladin. Okay, okay. I actually want to coin the dagger, so I will kill this over 2 turns. Word, good evening OG, how goes the budget experiments? This has been good. I lost a lot with Rogue at the start, but I've been tweaking the deck during the stream and now it works.
Here we go.
Do I want to protect the Shiny Finder? And the answer is yes, I do. I'll protect the Shiny Finder for now. And Babbling Book. Babbling Book was funny, yeah. Oh, there would be a tug. I kind of don't want to equip my weapon yet. So I don't think next turn is a very powerful turn for him yet, but the turn after that is a Call to Arms turn. So maybe this was incorrect. He could also have Consecration and stuff. I still think I want to do this now. Let's see. Should I be spending coins on Arena or packs? Well, it really depends on what you enjoy. If you don't like playing Arena, you shouldn't. But Arena is a game mode that is definitely useful. And if you're relatively good, then you can earn more from there. I prefer to buy packs myself, because I don't like to play Arena. I don't think I can beat this, to be honest. I just don't think I can beat this. Yeah, I don't see how. You can use the True Silver. I have to kill the Talnos to deny big Consecrations and... This is not going to work out. Oh dear. That actually allows him, yeah, that allows him to kill the Tug. I didn't take that into account properly. Small upside that I can sap that, but it's not going to be enough, I know. This will never be enough. I probably should have approached this matchup a little bit differently. No Mech Dragon. I can't afford to use that when I don't have cubes. It's not vials, it's not good enough. With no cubes and no vials, it's simply not good enough. Way too much healing. Way too much.
Here we go.
Do I have to trust that he has no further healing? Outside of this gang, or is that the only out I have? Oh, I think it is the only out I have. He must not have anything. If I kill Kangor here, I will just lose a little bit slower. I will never win by killing the Kangor now. It's not possible. It simply isn't possible to win by killing Kangor here. He must not have more healing spells. But I don't think I can win this anyway. That Cold Blood a little late.
Here we go.
It's just too late. Well, he really must not have anything. But I could never win if I killed the Kangor. Should I disenchant Lord Walker? Oh, he has Outer. Well, that's way too much. I can just concede. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.